Because there's no way you can tell me all the times that he was being set up that he didn't know it was a setup. When you wake up and somebody tell you, the police here, man, okay? Now come on. Only person there is you and them, and they the only person who know what you done did, okay? Something's wrong. Something's wrong. So when Delilah sit up and after he told Delilah things, and for him to not have no idea and no clue what was going on, and she sit up and say, the Philistines is upon you. I mean, how many times do you have to sit up and not get it? And see, that I don't understand. But God will use anybody. He even made a donkey talk once. God will use anybody. Amen? Amen. Now, Samson's life is centered around 3 women who got him into trouble. Now, they say a woman's problem is her mouth. Okay? Now, men, you all know what your problem is, okay? Amen. Amen. Now, the 3 women that caused all this trouble in his life, the first one was his bride, a pagan Philistine. Now, first of all, he ain't supposed to marry up out of his culture. Amen?
Amen.
So he going and marry somebody that's worshiping a foreign god. So when you're unequally yoked, you're inviting trouble in. Amen? So when you're in a marriage situation and you catching hell, don't sit up and wonder, I wonder why this going back. You knew in advance what you was getting yourself into. Now the second woman that he got trouble or caused trouble in his life, or tried to anyway, was the prostitute. He went over in the Philistine city and he slept with a prostitute. So that's number 2. Now the third woman was Delilah. So these are the 3 women that caused all this. His whole life is centered around these women. Now the Nazarites were Hebrew people who lived in they lived up under a unique rule, and they devoted their life to the Lord. So they had certain rules that they couldn't do. Now 3 of the main rules, Minister Hester went over it earlier when she read out of Numbers chapter 6, verses 1 through 8. But 3 of the main rules is this here. You don't eat grapes or drink wine made from them. That's number 1, to just sum it up. And don't go near a corpse, not even a close relative. And it says, and don't cut your hair. There were the 3 main rules that they had to live by being a Nazarite. Amen? Amen. But it seemed like he just about broke all of these. I don't know about number 1, but he was just totally disobedient to God. Now Samson's mother had to live by these rules even while she was pregnant. The angel of the Lord came to her because she was a barren woman. She couldn't have children in the beginning. And the angel of the Lord came to her and told her that she was going to receive a child. Now what I like about this woman is the fact that when the angel of the Lord came to her, she listened, and then she went back and she told her husband. Well, he didn't know nothing about it. He wasn't there when the angel had came. So this angel came again unto Samson's mother. But this time, she didn't do like Eve and try to handle and square things all out for herself. She went and got her husband. She went and got her husband, and then she brought him back. And then they both talked to the angel of the Lord. Amen. And the angel of the Lord gave them all these certain rules that they had to follow. Because this child was a Nazarite. That, you know, she was a Nazarite and she was carrying a Nazarite child. So this child's supposed to be blessed from the womb all the way to the tomb.
All right.
He's supposed to be holy throughout it all. And he's supposed to keep all of these rules as a Nazarite. Well, Samson being Samson, he started off with his story starts off. I'm just giving you a little background to get into it. Now, Samson's Philistine pagan wife, this lady here, he just had to have her. He saw her, he just had to have her. Kind of remind me of David and Bathsheba, right? He just had to have her. His parents tried to talk him up out of it, but no, he just had to have her. So anyway, his parents, he insists that his parents go and, you know, he wanted to have this wife and everything. So for their custom, they generally have like a feast. And their feast is basically was set up just like how our weddings are today. I mean, how we have a reception and everything is celebrated and everything. So Samson, he didn't realize he had strength in the beginning. But a lion head came out of nowhere. And when this lion came out at him, Samson stood up and killed the lion with his bare hands. Now, he didn't tell anybody that he had killed the lion. Now, because how he was able to kill the lion was the Spirit of the Lord came upon him mightily.
Amen.
So that's how he was able to kill the lion. But he didn't tell nobody about it. But later on, Samson, after he had, I don't know if it's before or after he had married his wife, but anyway, Samson went back and he saw the lion, the corpse of the lion laying there. And it seemed that a beehive had set up in this corpse and there was some honey there. Now, if I ain't mistaken, he knows that he doesn't supposed to touch a corpse. He reached in and got the honey and he ate the honey. He's disobedient there also.
All right.